If you're a software engineer today, you are standing at a critical career crossroad. Traditionally, engineers had three distinct trajectories to build a high-value, high-income career. But right now, two of those doors are closing fast, while the third, historically the most lucrative, is expanding into the single biggest career opportunity of the decade. I am Marcio. My career started as a software system designer and evolved into CTO roles leading engineering, product, and marketing organizations, and my most recent corporate role was Senior Director of Technology at Google. Today I'm giving you the whole story for you to position strategically, so let's dive in. If you are early or mid-career right now, watching AI write functional code in seconds can feel unsettling. But the reality is that software engineering isn't dying, it is compressing. The skills that got you your first offer letter are being automated, but the underlying engineering mindset is becoming more valuable than ever. Let's break down why developers are uniquely positioned to win in this new era, how the economics of AI are rewriting every traditional engineering track, and the exact strategic pivot you need to make right now to own the highest leverage role in tech. Part 1. The front of the wave. To figure out where you fit, we first need to address why the shift is hitting software engineers before it impacts the rest of the global workforce. When a disruptive technology with broad societal impact emerges, the general economy takes decades to adapt and transform. Corporate structures, legacy workflows, and cultural inertia slows down widespread adoption. Software engineers, however, do not operate under general economic rules. You are the builders of the platform. And because you build the tools, you're always the first to feel the impact and first to capture the leverage. I learned this law back in the mid-1990s when I was a software engineer and the commercial internet arrived. While mainstream industries took over 15 years to figure out basic digital transformation, software developers shifted almost overnight. Within months, we leveraged global connectivity to pioneer the open source movement, changing how software was built forever, while the rest of the world was still learning how to send email. The exact same mechanism is happening right now with AI. AI will not rewrite traditional non-tech industries overnight, but with software development, the acceleration cycle is dramatically compressed. You don't have 10 years to passively wait and see how AI impacts your daily workflow. That isn't a threat, it is an asymmetrical advantage. You have a 10-year head start over every other discipline to master these tools, redefine your output, and reposition your career value before the rest of the market even understands what hit them. Part 2. The new reality. To understand where to go next, we have to look at the three traditional software engineering career paths and evaluate how the economics of AI are rewriting each one. Path A. The technical wizard. For the past 30 years, pure technical execution was enough. You could focus purely on writing clean code, solving tricky algorithmic problems, and stay deep in the code base. If you're not interested in management or business, you could still build a great career simply by being exceptional at writing code. If you're a true elite, you could advance to higher levels of system design and architecture. The economic shift. Many developers look at current AI tools and confidently point out that large language models still make syntax errors, hallucinate edge cases, or fail on complex code bases. That may be true today, but it misses the macro trajectory. The intrinsic market value of manual code generation is eroding really fast. When the cost of generating syntactically correct code trends towards zero, the skill of just writing code moves from high-value craft to baseline expectation. The door to building a long-term, high-earning career purely as an execution-focused code craftsman is closing. Anyone who wants to stay technical will have to climb higher in the value stack. Path B. the engineering manager. The most common progression path for engineers who went with the flow has been moving the organizational management ladder, transitioning from senior engineer to tech lead, engineering manager, director, and eventually VP of engineering. This path focuses heavily on human coordination, hiring, leadership, and process management. The economic shift. Technical leadership will always remain a critical component of any organization, but the volume of opportunities in pure process and people management is going to contract significantly. Why? Because human team size is directly correlated with management overhead. As AI agents and high-leverage workflows allow smaller teams of engineers to produce the output that previously required massive engineering departments, the total amount of human energy needed for middle management and process oversight drops. The path still exists, but the competition for those fewer managerial seats will be fiercer than ever, to the point where it is no longer a reliable progression path for an entire generation. Path C, the product engineer. Historically, engineers who achieved the highest career impact and financial upside were those who bridged the gap between engineering and product strategy. The economic shift. This is where we are seeing an unprecedented expansion of opportunity. AI is fundamentally shifting the bottleneck of software creation. The bottleneck used to be construction, how fast a team of developers could turn an idea into working code. As construction becomes automated, the new bottleneck becomes direction. Identifying the exact right problems to solve, understand human user workflows, and designing the optimal business solution. This is where both the volume and quality of opportunities will explode, and where engineers with a strong technical foundation can turn their background into an unfair competitive advantage. Part 3. The strategic pivot. To navigate this transition, you must evaluate your daily work using a framework called the context-to-road ratio. Low context, translating clear requirements into logic, writing boilerplate, formatting functions, unit testing. AI handles this layer with extreme speed. High context, understanding market incentives, use psychology, domain constraints, trade-offs, and architecture. If your daily value is anchored on low context work, you are exposed to high automation risk. If you shift your anchor to high context work, AI transforms from a career threat into an explosive force multiplier. Why engineers make the best product leaders? We have all worked with non-technical PMs who don't understand system constraints, write vague PRDs, and throw unrealistic features over the wall. In the AI era, that gap becomes fatal to a product. The technical product owner is the ultimate high-leverage operator. When you combine a deep technical mental model with product and business strategy, you eliminate the traditional inefficient translation layer between business vision and technical execution. You don't just ask what the users want. You instantly know what is architecturally possible, scalable, and cost-effective to build. Your action plan. If you want to capitalize on this shift over the next 12 to 24 months, here are 3 decisions you need to make today. Number 1, become an execution thought leader in AI workflows. Do not wait for your company or engineering manager to mandate AI integration. Immediately rebuild your personal development environment around advanced AI orchestrators, context-aware coding agents, and automated testing tools. Become the team member who sets the gold standard for high-throughput, AI-augmented development. Number 2, pick your track. High-context architect versus product management. Consciously choose your growth vector. The high-context architect path. If you want to stay strictly technical, stop spending time on low-level coding. Shift entirely upstream to high-level system architecture, distributed infrastructure, secure models, and frontier technologies where failure modes are high and human oversight is non-negotiable. The product management path. If you want to maximize leverage, start pivoting towards product development. Use your technical foundation as a springboard to own business outcomes rather than just sprint tickets. And number 3, close the business literacy gap and start the pivot locally. If you choose the product path, you don't need to quit your job or wait a title change to start. Stop viewing Jira tickets as tasks to complete and start viewing them as hypotheses to test. Volunteer to draft the product specs or user stories for your team's next epic. Master the core metrics driving your company: customer acquisition cost, lifetime value, churn, net revenues retention, and gross margins. Talk directly to users, shadow customer support calls, or hop on sales demos. Learn to understand user pain points in human terms, not just as system log errors. Conclusion: the era of relying solely on coding for long-term career security is over. But for engineers who adapt quickly, this is the most exciting era in the history of software development. You have the technical foundation, you have the tools, and you have the head start. Shift your focus from writing syntax to solving high-value problems and take control of your career trajectory. At CareersCast, we have an entire video series dedicated to the AI skill pivot. It goes beyond technical trade-offs and explores how Gen Z engineers need to position themselves for long-term career success over the next few decades. There is no time to waste, so get moving now, and I see you in the next video.